Let's discuss the pitfalls of a standard second price auction, right? We have been talking about this, that the second price auction is actually better than the first price auction. But still, it is not something which is directly used by search engines like Google, etc. And the reason out there is that even though it provides the right incentives, still, if you think in the long run, it is still possible that there are big brands with a lot of advertising budget and they may temporarily increase their bids even if they're making losses. And the purpose of doing this might be to completely eliminate smaller businesses and companies and remove them as competitors in the long run so that later on these big brands can actually thrive. And once again, this is not something that the search engines want because their purpose is to ensure a high level of experience for the consumers. Because in the end, they want consumers to keep coming back on the search engine and keep clicking on the ads that show up over there. Now, if these ads are not the best possible ads for the users, then it might be a problem for the search engines, right? So a variant of the standard second price auction is implemented by the search engines, and this is where the quality score idea comes in. And this quality score idea broadly captures the fact that it is not only the bids made by the advertisers that are relevant in deciding auction winners, it is also the quality of the ads that are showing that also play a role in deciding the auction winners. So in order to do that, the search engines have come up with a new kind of a metric which is called the ad rank metric. Okay. So this ad rank metric now has two components to it. It of course has the bid amount, but then it is multiplied by the quality score that the search engine determines for the ad of every advertiser, right? And now the auction winners in the second price auction are decided based on who has the highest ad rank, right? It is no longer who has the highest bid amount, but it is who has the highest ad rank, okay? And of course, as you can see that the ad rank can be influenced by improving the quality score of an advertiser. And now, so it creates an incentive for the advertiser to improve their quality score and therefore the quality of their ads. Okay. And this then creates a better experience for the users overall, right? So this is how this works. Let's go a little bit deeper into this to understand then the whole system with the ad rank metric in a second price auction. So in this example out here, let us say that there are three advertisers, A, B, and C. And all of these three advertisers have made a bid of 50 cents. Okay. However, the quality scores of each of these advertisers is different. For advertiser A, the quality score is 8. For advertiser B, the quality score is 6. And for advertiser C, the quality score is 3. Therefore, the ad rank for each of these advertisers can be determined by multiplying their respective bids with their quality scores. And so for advertiser A, the ad rank is 4. For advertiser B, it is 3. And for C, it is 1.5. Now, clearly, advertiser A has the highest ad rank metric, and therefore they are the winner of the auction. Their rank is 1. And for B, the rank is 2. And for C, the rank is 3. Okay, so that part was easy. We could figure out who is the auction winner. But then how to find the cost per click to be paid by advertiser A, right? So think of it in this way. As per the second price auction rule, advertiser A should now make a payment equal to the ad rank of 3 because the ad rank of 3 is the ad rank of the next highest uh, advertiser in the auction. And this next highest advertiser is B with an ad rank of 3.0, right? So now the advertiser A has to make a payment of ad rank 3. It has got a quality score of 8. So with a quality score of 8, what should be the payment amount? And so now take the payment amount times 8 should be equal to 3. So the payment amount therefore becomes 3 divided by 8 or 38 cents. Okay. And a variant that is used by search engines is that you always add 1 cent to this amount that is worked out this way. And so the amount now becomes 39 cents to be paid on a click. And this additional 1 cent ensures that with a quality score of 8, the ad rank of A is now higher than 3. So it is actually beats the ad rank of B. Okay, just beats the ad rank of B. That's what happens. Okay. Also pay attention to the last guy, right? Because there is no one below advertiser C. So if there are multiple slots out there for showing the ads, and in that case, the advertiser A's ad shows up at the highest slot, advertiser B at the second slot, and advertiser C's ad may still show up at the third slot. So how much does advertiser C pay? Well, that is determined by a minimum price for the auction. Sometimes this minimum price is also called a reservation price, and this is set by the search engine. In our example here, the minimum price shows up as 5 cents, and so that's the amount of money that advertiser C is going to pay. Okay. Now let us take the example that we just discussed and consider a couple of variations of this example. So the example was labeled as situation 0 before, and now I'm going to be focusing on situations 1 and 2 out here in this table. So compared to situation 0, what happened here is that advertiser B worked on its ads and improved the quality score from 6 to 7. Right, so that's the change that is there between situations 0 and 1. So how does that change everything? Well, in this case, the ad rank of A remains at 4, but the ad rank of B increases to 3.5 from 3. Okay, but still the ad rank of B is lower than that of A. So in terms of auction winners, there is no change. A still wins the auction and B is at rank 2 and C remains at rank 3. Okay. But because now A beat a stronger competitor, in the earlier case in situation 0, A had beaten B with an ad rank of 3. But now A beats B with an ad rank of 3.5 in situation 1. So it's a stronger competitor that A beats in situation 1. So what that means is that now A has to pay more on a click. Okay. So just like in the last case where A was paying 3 divided by 8, this time A needs to pay 3.5 divided by 8 plus that 1 cent. So the payment of A on a click goes up from 39 cents to 45 cents, right? And so that's the change that happens between situation 0 and 1. Let's go down to situation 2 now. Here, let's say that B decides that while I increase my quality score a little bit to 7, but I'm still not the auction winner, why don't I raise my bid? So now B raises their bid to 60 cents. And now because of this raise in their bid, 0.6 times 7 is 4.2, which is their new ad rank of B. And this time, B's ad rank is higher than that of A. And therefore, B wins the auction. And their auction rank is 1, as you can see out here. Right? So now this time, we have to determine how much now B pays. Well, this time B beat A. And so the amount of money per click that B has to pay is 4, which is the ad rank of the loser, the next highest guy, divided by 7, which is the quality score of B, and plus that 1 cent. Therefore, the B's payment is 58 cents, right? And by the way, we also have shown calculations for the second guy, right? So for the second guy out here, in this example, well, A had beaten C, isn't it? And C had a ad rank of 1.5. So to figure out the payment to be made by A, we will then go with the ad rank of the next highest guy, which is C. So 1.5 divided by 8, which is the quality score of A, and then adding 1 cent to it, which gives us 20 cents, right? So this is how the winners of the auction and the payment amount on a click is determined in a second price auction, which is not based on bids, but based on ad ranks. Okay. Now, of course, the next relevant question that is going to pop up is, well, this quality score is a very useful concept. So how does this quality score get determined by the search engines? And is there something that the advertisers can do to increase their quality score, right? Because if you raise your quality score, then of course your ad rank is going to increase, and it will be relatively easier for you to win the auctions, right? Even with not increasing your bid. So the search engines like Google do provide some guidance in terms of what factors go into quality score. Of course, they do not give us their exact algorithm, or they do not tell us what is the relative weight of each of these factors, but they do give us some guidance in terms of which factors do play a role out here. So there are many factors that go into this, and so we will discuss each of these one by one. So the first one is the keywords fast click-through rate, right? So remember that this any auction takes place by an advertiser selecting a particular keyword, right? So if the keyword now matches with the user search queries, then the advertiser participates in the auction, and if it wins the auction, then the ad gets shown. So how often, on having won the auction on that particular keyword, when your ad was shown, how often were ads clicked by the users, right? Starting with that keyword. So if the percentage of clicks is higher, then it means that related to those keywords, your ads were found relevant, and therefore your click-through, your quality score is going to go up with respect to that particular keyword. So you can see that the quality score is not really a fixed number for an advertiser. It can actually change from keyword to keyword. Okay. The next factor is the past click-through rate of your ad, right? In general, not only on that keyword, but the same ad may be shown with respect to multiple keywords. So in general, how successful your ad has been in the past plays a role in determining the quality score. Okay. Also important is your account history. Okay, which is now an overall history of how well your ads in general have done. Okay, what is the overall average click-through rates on all the ads in your account? Okay, so this also shows that there is a cold start problem to any campaign. Suppose an advertiser has just started to campaign after setting their account for the first time. There is no history that they have, right? So history cannot come to your aid in improving the quality score. So therefore, in the beginning, your quality score may be low, and therefore you may actually have to bid higher to make sure that you start winning the auctions. But once you have won sufficient number of auctions and the history has been generated, now that history will help you and increase your quality score, and you may be able to reduce your bids after some time. Okay. The next factor is the quality of your landing page. Now, this is very interesting because once users click on your ad, they go to some page on your website. Now, this page is called a landing page, and this is pre-selected by the advertiser also, right? It is actually embedded into the ad design that they have chosen, right? So now this landing page to which the user goes to, if they stay on that landing page, and if they like that landing page, the information that they get over there, then they will have an overall better experience. And this is also factored in by the search engines in the quality score decision, right? So yeah, the search engines have got some crawlers that they regularly visit the websites, different websites out there, and that is why they have also they can get information about the landing pages that are embedded in the ads of different advertisers using those crawlers, right? The next factor is ad copy quality, and this talks about how relevant is your ad copy or the actual ad design to your keywords, right? So if there is a particular keyword that is selected by the advertiser as part of their campaign, and let us say if this keyword also shows up as part of the ad headline, so there's a good match between the keyword and the ad design, and therefore your ad copy quality would be considered a good match to that particular keyword, and the quality score would be considered higher, right? Your keyword relevance, and this is talking about the match between the keyword chosen by the advertiser and the search query used by the customer. So it is possible that based on a search query, your keyword may be a very good match, or your keyword may be a reasonable match but not such a great match. And so your quality score may vary on that basis as well. Okay. Then geographic performance is also important. Your campaigns may be running in different areas. So for example, a business may be running their campaigns in Dallas and in Houston, right? And it is possible that in Dallas, they have been getting higher click-through rates than in Houston. And if that's the case, the quality score has a location component in it also. The quality score would be higher in Dallas in this case as compared to Houston, right? Let's go to the last factor, your targeted devices. So it's possible that your ads may be generating higher click-throughs on a mobile device compared to, let us say, a laptop or a desktop. If that is the case, your quality score would be higher for the mobile than if the ad shows up on a desktop or a laptop. So once again, you can say that even the device where the ad shows up also plays a role in determining the quality score. Okay, and let's go to the second last factor now. This is your ads performance on a site. This is a little bit different from the search ad actually, because sometimes we are talking about those situations where ads may show up also on certain websites. So this is not as a result of search, but Google also has the facility where you can set up a display advertising campaign. So this is a different from a search ads. This is display ads, and this Google can do this because they have got connections and business arrangements with a large number of publisher websites that publish a lot of content, and users go onto these websites to consume content. And while they are consuming content on these publisher websites, these websites also show some ads that are supplied by Google, right? So now if your ad has been getting a lot of clicks on a particular website, then the quality score when it shows up on that particular website would be higher, right? So the quality score idea really is a very generalizable idea. It is used in the context of search ads, but it is also used in the context of display ads as well. Okay, so those are various components, and as you can see, the quality score really therefore is generated by the algorithm every time an auction happens, because the combination of these factors is different every time. And based on this, therefore, this combination of factors, the quality score is generated by the search engine. Now, another thing to know is that when you set up your account with a search engine like Google, you are not able to see the actual quality scores generated every time. But the search engine does allow you to see an average quality score that you were able to generate across your campaign. But you cannot really, you're not allowed to see the details of the quality score on each and every auction that you participated in. Okay, so these are some of the limitations of how much information the search engine gives to the advertisers. Now, take some benefits. We can already see that quality score has benefits, but it has some other kinds of benefits in the sense that it allows the search engine and the advertisers to combat, really negative behavior, right? So, one of the examples of this negative behavior by others is click fraud. And this became a big deal, but now, of course, it has been contained quite a bit, this particular kind of problem. But still, the whole area of search ads, search engine advertising is not free of problems. There are some problems that occur. The click fraud is an example of that. So the problem exactly is defined by the fact that consider that an advertiser has a competitor. And the competitor really plays, fraud here by thinking that when my competing advertiser's ad shows up, why don't I, have either people clicking on those ads or maybe write a bot to click on these ads so that, when these clicks occur, my competing advertiser has to pay money and to the search engine and they will exhaust their budgets. Of course, they will not get any benefit out of such clicks because these are really fraud clicks. They are not really true customers. And once this advertiser's budget has been exhausted, and therefore they are no longer participating in ad auctions, then I can come in and participate in the ad auctions, and maybe then I'll be able to win the auctions with a lower bid, right? So I am creating harm for the competing advertiser, and I am creating a situation where I may be able to win auctions at a lower price, right? Now, actually, the quality score system helped out a lot in this kind of, perverse, to, smoothen out these perverse incentives in some way. So again, take a moment, stop and think about how quality score approach may have helped out there, and then look for the answer in this video after that. So really the way that the quality score system helped was that when a competitor clicks on your ads, you can see that the click-through rate on your ads will increase, right? Because that's what they're doing. They're putting a lot of clicks on whenever your ad shows up. And that increases your quality score. In the long run, you become a much more stronger competitor to the person or to the entity who was committing a fraud on you, right? So in the long run, your competitor is actually strengthening your position by committing click fraud. So this was one of the ways in which click fraud was combated. Once people understood this, they realized that they should actually not be playing this game because that's not going to help them any. So in this part of the lecture,